join the party, have a hearty glass of rum.
Hey everybody, it's Adam. Today I'm going to share with you my recipe for really easy pulled pork. It's one of those dishes that takes about 10 minutes to assemble and then you just leave it alone for 4 or 5 hours. It's a great dish to make when you're going to spend the day at home cleaning house or watching a movie and want a really delicious meal at the end of the day. Let's get started. I'm going to start by assembling all of my ingredients for my cooking sauce and mix them together in this bowl. I want to get as much flavor as possible, which is why you see so many different ingredients here. I'm going to begin with a tablespoon of light brown sugar. Next, I'm going to add a tablespoon of really good paprika to add a little bit of smokiness to the pulled pork. And now, half of a teaspoon of red cayenne pepper, just to add a little bit of heat. Careful with the cayenne pepper, because it is wicked spicy. Next, a tablespoon of salt and a tablespoon of pepper. Now I'm going to begin adding my liquid ingredients to the sauce. And I'm going to start with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. If you wanted to, you could also use red wine vinegar. That's just as good. Next, I'm going to add a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Probably about 5 or 6 shakes. And then a tablespoon of really good ketchup. And for a little bit of tang, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And lastly, to add a lot of flavor, a tablespoon of tomato paste. And now I'm just going to give them a quick mix and set my bowl aside and continue with the next step. Okay, now that my sauce is done, I'm going to set it aside and chop up a medium-sized onion. And now I'm going to saute the onion with 2 tablespoons of butter in my Dutch oven until it's golden brown. You don't have to be too fussy about chopping the onion because you're really just using it to flavor the sauce. You're not going to eat it. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes, my onions are nice and golden brown, and I'm going to add my sauce that I made earlier and just stir it around a little bit until it's well incorporated with the onions. Alright, now that my sauce is incorporated in with the onions, I'm going to add 4 cups of low sodium chicken stock. ready to put the meat into the pan. What I've got here is a 3-pound petite pork roast, which you can find in almost any grocery store. As you can see, it's got a little bit of fat still left on it. You don't want to trim that off just yet because you want it to cook in the pan and get as much flavor out of it as possible. And now I'm just going to add my pork right into my pan in the center of the sauce. Alright, now that my pork is in the pan, I'm going to bring the sauce to a boil, turn my oven down to medium-low, cover the pan, and let it cook for about 4 to 5 hours, and check on it about every hour or so. Okay, it's been about 4 hours, and my pork is ready. I cleaned my house, done some laundry, and watched a movie. And now I'm going to remove the pork from the pan, put it on a cutting board, and start pulling the pork. Alright, my pork smells awesome. Now I'm going to take 2 forks and gently shred the pork apart and discard any fat that I find. Alright, now that I've shredded all my pork, it's time to add some barbecue sauce. You could definitely make your own barbecue sauce, but I'm just going to use my favorite bottled stuff. I like barbecue sauce with pulled pork that has a little bit of honey and a little bit of brown sugar. You're going to end up using about 1 bottle of barbecue sauce, or 18 ounces. Toss this around a little bit. Not the prettiest noise. And now you've got enough pulled pork to serve 4 or 6 people, whether you want to serve it on its own or a pulled pork sandwich with coleslaw. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This recipe and others are available on my website, adamcrowcatering.com, and you can watch more episodes of my cooking show, Cook with Adam, on YouTube. See you next time.
Come on, join the party, have a hearty glass of rum.